You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature.
Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Excited to check out? Well, it's exciting in two ways. One, it is the last easy bake oven that's unique that I have not shown you in my collection. And this one took me a long time to actually find the mixes. The oven you can find, it's the mixes that are very difficult to find. I had to actually go overseas to finally get the mixes. You will see they are not labeled Kenner. It's another name, but they are the ones that came with this set. Now, I want to show you the Easy Bake Light Bulb Baking book from Todd Koopy. Let me do that next. I'll go over a couple things, and then we'll get back to this oven. The book, Light Bulb Baking by Todd Koopy. So what do I want to show you? Well, I want to show you, so like I've done this oven, right? But not all of the colors. I don't own all the colors. Here, lots of colors. There'd be a lot of ovens to have one of every in a collection. And then like this oven, the Sears Roebuck oven, I don't have it, but there's another version of it exactly like it, which I have shown. And then there's also, again, another version of that oven where the knobs have been removed. There was two knobs there, now it's a sticker. So we're looking at this one because this is the only one that is powered by hot water. The green one, which was the predecessor to this one, it was interesting. It kind of, I want to say, electrified the cake batter. Oh, and here. So it says the special stainless steel baking tray to evaporate moisture from the batter. I literally baked a cake in 3 minutes. It was revolutionary. Miraculous. I agree. All right, replacing the 3-minute cake baker, the warm bake oven was Kenner's second attempt to appeal to a younger set of bakers, ages 4 and up, and their safety-conscious parents. The oven used specially formulated mixes that, when placed in round metal baking pans and inserted into a reservoir filled with hot water, caused the batter to rise and bake in a short period of time. After its introduction in 1973, the warm bake oven remained in the market for 3 years. And this is everything that it came with, and it came in yellow and red. So let me get this one out of the box. We're going to check it out. We're going to bake what we can. I'll show you the mixes. They're a little bit different, and then we'll learn more about it. All right, so before I take it out of the box, of course, I got to show you the box. It's for ages 4 and up. Warm bake oven. It's a brown box. This was oven number 1710. And I do like the font that they used on this. And then it says warm bake at the top, and then it repeats it all the way down to where it's a nice different color of yellow in the font. And then the box shows you all kinds of little cakes that you can make on the front. And it is a Kenner product. Here is the side. It kind of goes over everything that you get with the oven. Now, fortunately, I have this and found this complete. I had to buy 2 separate ovens to make this one complete oven. It says a safe new way to bake delicious cakes. No electricity, no batteries. Fill oven reservoir with hot tap water. Put mixed cake batter in oven and watch cake rise while it bakes. Okay, we're going to figure that out. Now, the box top has that cool graphic and logo effect there. Watch delicious cakes rise as they bake without electricity and no batteries. All right, here we go. So inside the box as well, the instruction booklet. We'll go over that. And I'll turn this down a little bit. And then there is this box with all the accessories in it. That's the accessory box. They've had that in other ovens as well. And then this little sheet for extra stuff. Now, see, this says Palatoy Limited. They were the ones that had this overseas. Okay, so no power cord, no nothing. It's actually a neat looking little oven, isn't it? All right, so let's just go everything here. We'll stay in this top view. Of course, the door opens, and this is your heating element that you're going to fill with water, and then you're going to bake your cakes inside. The knobs, they don't turn, and then there's just like this little bake window there, and then 4 burners, and nothing really works on it. It's just mainly for show, right? Okay, let me turn it around. Very simple oven. I want to look underneath, so let's get this out. I think it's just a flat bottom. We'll see. Yeah, no, it's got some little ridges in there. 1973 General Mills Fun Group Inc. All right. Now, I hope this works. You know, these old mixes, especially ones that rely on this, we have no idea. All right, so here is the little mixing bowl it came with. Okay, the measuring spoon it came with. Let me turn that down. These are the pans. Now, I had an issue with the other set that I had. The pan handles were broken, so that's why I had to get 2 of these to make one. And this is a unique spoon, or mixing thing, unlike any other one we've seen in any other sets. Okay? And then here are the mixes. You see they say warm bake oven, but palette toy. Let me see if I can sort this all out. So there's 2 frostings in this. Now these are soft. I don't see any issues. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 strawberries. I have 2 chocolates. Now these are the ones I had to get separately. This is what was originally in my box. And the mixes were just, there's something wrong with them. This is the caramel. There was only 3 flavors of cake, I believe, those 3. And then this was the creamy white frosting, but I don't think it's going to be creamy white frosting anymore. So I'm going to stick with these as they just look better. And, well, we'll get started. I'm going to make one. I'll make the strawberry first because there's only 2 of these. I have plenty of these. We'll see how this turns out. If I need to make adjustments, if it works, we don't know. And then we'll just do what we can. I'll make some frosting and I'll make my cakes and hopefully taste them at the end. I'll be right back. All right, testing before I actually begin. It says, have mother fill baking chamber to bottom of orange rims with hot water from the tap. I want to see. I have 2 cups, exactly what that is. If it's 2 cups or more, this is why I'm ready. Okay, it's more than 2 cups. It looks like it's going to be at least 3 cups of water. So let me get a larger measuring cup. All right, one more quick test, only because I have to make sure it's, oh, there's still some water in there. Let me get rid of that. Hold on. It's not the easiest thing to get the water out of. You have to kind of tilt it over. And, well, because I think I'm going to have to do this 3 or 4 times. So I want the accuracy so I have a good idea what it is. So this is 4 cups. Right to the bottom edge of the orange. So that is just over 3 cups. There's the edge. Well, I might need just a little bit more. Okay, right there. That should hit the bottom of the pan. Okay, yep, pan is floating in it. So just about 3 cups of water. All right, now I know. Let me dump this back in. See, there's no easy way to do this. I'm assuming for each cake you're going to have to put new water in, new heated water, right? They should have gave you a little, like, drainage tube. All right. There we go. I'll be back. All right, so let's take a look at the booklet. But I did want to show you a regular Easy Bake pan compared to these pans. They are much smaller. And then the booklet, Warm Bake Oven Cookbook. That's the front, that's the back. So that's the frosting on the back. Use only warm bake mixes with your warm bake oven and additional mixable mixes available at your dealer. The cake mix is chocolate and caramel. Now we have strawberry, so that might pose a little technical issue, but we'll work through it. All right, there's the inside. It kind of shows you the safety cover, the baking chamber on this. And then when it's in the oven, this top piece actually flips up and it holds up in the back of the oven. I'll show you that. And then caution, close safety cover after filling baking chamber with hot water. Now here's where the dilemma is. Not everybody's hot water is the same. It depends on what you have your hot water set to in regards to the temperature, the hot water tank. So I'm going to bypass that, use hot water, but I'm going to put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, I think, for those 3 cups to get it hot enough to where I think hot water should be. And then, so each packet of cake mix makes 2 cakes. Packet of frosting mix frosts both cakes. These are your baking utensils. Grease baking pan. Okay, for 1 cake, pour half of cake mix, level with the line. And I will show you that. There is a line, you'll hear it when I touch it with my finger. It's right there. So, half a mix. Now, looking at the mix that came with it, I weighed this one. This one's heavier, not twice as heavy, but heavier than this. So I might have to make some adjustments. If they're originally this big and you cut it in half, it's about 1.5 ounces. This one's 2 ounces, so this might be enough for one cake. And then the measuring cup has chocolate, caramel, and icing levels for the water. So I'm going to do the chocolate for the strawberry. Okay, if you have one cake, half of cake mix, level with the line into mixing bowl. Fill measuring cup with water to the line. For chocolate or caramel, add water to the mix. Mix batter with spatula until very smooth. Spread batter evenly into baking pan. Then you have to wash everything and do it again to fill the second pan. And then let's bake. Have mother fill baking chamber. That's when you fill the water and then do that part of the process. So we're not there yet. Let me just see what half of this. Well, let me come back. I want to show you the inside of the oven, then we'll do that. Okay, so I noticed the oven front needed a little wipe down. I think that's all on the inside. Let's see. Yep, okay. Now look in the back. Well, we'll get my hand out of the way. There are those 2 tabs. It's like a little tray shelf. So when you push this in, you can kind of push and then it lifts up, and then that's what holds those open. Then when you take it out, it closes on your cake. So hopefully the cakes fit and they don't get ruined on top. I don't know how much they're gonna raise. All right, so that's that. I did wipe the oven down. I washed all my utensils and supplies. Actually, we can leave that open. All right, and then let's just scale out this just to see what is that line. Is it one of these packs? Let us get... Okay, it smells kind of like marshmallow. And it's pretty much white. You can't even... Doesn't even look pink. Okay, so that is almost half. So my guess... I mean, that was to the line. So one pack in this set is probably one cake. I'm guessing. We're just going to have to assume that. All right, so grease the pans. I'm going to use a little butter. It does not say cooking spray. And I'll use my finger. Now, interesting, since you're not heating this up, what's this actually going to do? What's going to happen to the butter? There's one. You're not cooking it. And here is the second one. Okay. There we go. That looks like quite a bit for just one. All right, so I'm filling this to the chocolate line. Right there. And mix until smooth. It just turned pink. A little bit of pink just came out. I'm nervously excited to see how this is going to work. It is the strangest spatula I've ever used. Nothing like any of the other Easy Bake spatulas. Okay, I would say that is smooth. Let's see if this is 1 or 2. Let me change the camera angle for you. Oh, the smell is coming out now. It's okay. I think that... There's a lot here. There's no way. Let's just do a second pan just because it's gotta have room for rising, doesn't it? Well, it's a test, so let's do this. Let me get another spatula. Look at all that. Now maybe it doesn't really rise that much. Okay, so we're going to leave that one a little less for test, number one, and I'll put a little bit more in that other pan. Let me clean all this out. Okay, so let me heat up the water. I'm going to take the temperature of the water so I have a reference going forward. Scrape all this out. That would have not fit in pan 1. Or you fill it all the way up to the top edge. Well, you know what? Let me just see now that I have it out. I'm going to do what they say. That's what they said. Now mix the second half. So maybe it doesn't rise much at all. Yeah, fill measuring cup. Okay, for one cake, pour half of cake mix level with the line. That's what I did. I'm second guessing myself, but let's just do it the way they recommend the first time, and then I'll adjust on the second time. Okay, all right. I mean, it did fill it really nice, so I'll be back now with the water. Okay, you hear the microwave in the background. Everything's been washed. That 2 minutes gave me time to wash all this. I'm still a little, well, now I'm actually concerned. I mean, it seems really high. Okay. Or the instructions are wrong. I don't know. We've seen things like that before. Right, let me come back with the hot water, and then I will take a temperature. Now this doesn't stay up either, so you have to be careful pouring with the hot tap water. Like I said, everybody's water temperature is different. I wish they would say approximately this. All right, let me go grab it. Okay, 3 cups of hot water, and the temperature is 140. We'll see if that's enough for tap water. Pouring carefully. Now I'm going to put the second pan next to it just to keep the temperature in. Oh wait, do you put this in first, then the pans? Using pan baking, okay. Slide chamber in, so you want to do this second. Very interesting there. Okay, and then now put the pans in the oven and watch it bake. Okay. That'll hold the temp in. Okay, that's that. And then how long? Open oven door. Okay, leave in oven for 12 minutes. Okay, here we go. 12 minutes. I'm just going to let it record for the whole 12 minutes. I'll maybe just focus on the one cake. How's that? All right, that was 12 minutes. Now it says just take it out by the handle. Ooh, I see some light reflecting on the top. Can you see that in there? It looks pretty cool. The light is reflecting on the top of the cake, like the burner. All right, let's get that out of there. It puffed up really nice. Carefully. Ooh, that's a nice looking cake. Now, instinct now says touch it. But it says open door. Let's see if it's warm at all. Yeah, it's a little bit. Use plastic handles to take baking pans out of the oven. So yeah, I would have had to mix 2 separate packs to make 2 cakes because that looks like a nicely risen cake. Then it says cut around the edges and just plop it out. Basically, they show a picture of it just plopping onto the countertop or wherever. So let's do it top down on this one. Let's see if we can. I'm gonna heat that water back up, but let's take a look. Okay. It appears and sounds foamy. Just when here, listen. It does not look totally cooked, if that's supposed to be. It almost looks like a gummy, like a risen type of gummy. Ooh, okay. I don't think it's just gonna plop out. Well, let's get a plate. Let's see what happens. It is a test. You know, maybe the mixes are just so old they will not work. I do not. No. That's a cake. That was a plop. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit. Maybe, maybe in a couple years it'll maybe in 10, 15 minutes it'll firm up a little. So let's try another one. Let's try a chocolate one and see what we get. So this is my guess, is that when they originally came out, like the first batch of these ovens, they had a mix like this, and it said half, and it was probably difficult to calculate that for a 4-year-old. And so that's when they probably made the single pack. So they said, all right, make 1 pack for one cake, 1 pack for another cake. That's what I'm guessing. And then, oh, by the way, I checked the temperature of the water coming out of my tap. It was 110. So the water in my microwave, I got a little hotter. I wonder, too, maybe I should just make a chocolate one and then go a little bit hotter. Maybe that'll cook it. I use cook with the quotation marks around it. Is it cooking or is it chemically altering? I don't know. Let's see. Sugar, sodium, caseinate, cocoa, malt extract, full cream milk powder, sodium bicarbonate, calcium phosphate, sodium alginate. A lot of 8s. Okay, here's the chocolate. I always like to give it a sniff. Okay, so it smells like chocolate with a little mustiness to it. All right. Now that one, believe it or not, is just a little under the line. What are they doing to me? So water to chocolate. I probably should just do with what they say. Mix. I was thinking I open a second pack and put a little bit more in, but no, I'm not sure. I'm not thinking that's what they wanted. All right. I did 2 minutes before. I'll do 3 minutes. See, this looks to me like more like a cake batter. All right, here we go. But look, it's still holding up. It's almost like a mush pie. You ever make mud mush pies? That's what it reminds me of. Like that. Again, the weirdest spatula. It's like a spoon spatula. So it fills up the pan just a little less, which might be good. I don't know. Okay. I think I can scrape off just a little bit more. Let me get the microwave going. That's going to take 3 minutes. So this will sit. I wonder if they purposely do it like that so that it sits on its own naturally just a little bit. All right, that one does look better. Okay, here we go. I'll be back. You know, I decided I should probably mix another strawberry and put a little bit less in, like the chocolate. A little bit more. Okay, that's kind of where the chocolate was. And then I moved all my lights around and got set to put that one in, and I stopped the microwave and I said, well, let me do one more. I have the 2 pans. Let me get this done before I greased and ready. Let's get this in here. All right, I believe that's chocolate on my finger. Yes. This light is in a bad spot now. Like I said, I had moved all my lights, and I said, well, let's try one more time with the strawberry. A little less chocolate, make it a little a little less mix. So I left probably a good tablespoon or more out of it. Okay, here we go. Very impromptu now. We're in testing mode. There, that came out much nicer than the last one. Okay. Happy with that. Let's get the old scraperoonie out. So I was washing and I said, well, what am I doing? Do one more. Then we could see both rising. All right, it's pretty close to the chocolate one. I bet you I can scrape off just a little bit more to bring it to the height of that, but I think we're good. Yeah, okay. You said it. Don't waste. All right, so let's take a temperature of my water. There's just a little powder on the top. I'm not too worried about that. Let's get those on the stove. Let's get this in here. Let's fill it with water. Okay, I didn't want to go nuts. This is just a little bit hotter, 150 now. So we've gone up 10 degrees. I mean, I could have put this in for 5 minutes and had piping hot boiling water, but that's not how it's supposed to work. Okay, right? That's perfect. I'm glad I did those tests. Okay, and remember now when you push it in, it lifts it up. Okay, chocolate, strawberry, 12 minutes, close the lid. Now I'll try to adjust the lighting and get you right in there. Okay, that's all done. Everything's been washed, and now I'm going to make some frosting, and we'll check them out in more detail. All right, just like I thought. This one, let's think of this more like a Twinkie now. Look. It's, oh, my timer. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Slight interruption. I might as well just leave it in, because then you know I'm working in real time here. Real time. All right, so I'll take these out. Those look good. The next step then is to, oh, I didn't wash this, but that's okay. It was just a little bit of butter on there. Let's get this out of the way. We are officially done with the warm bake oven. Let me see if I can get these plopped out. Now I see just a little bit of butter on the edge there. So the only thing I'm excited about is that, yes, they just need to sit and they will be fine. So it has like that spongy feel to it when you're taking them out, and then it seems to harden up a little. Let me do this. Ooh, yeah. I don't know why I'm so excited about it. That's the butter, I see. Okay, let's do this again. See, doesn't it kind of remind you of like a marshmallowy consistency? I didn't spend as much time with that one, but look, it came out pretty good. All right, let me let those sit. Here, let's see if we can repair this one. Well, it will have frosting on. Let those sit. I'm gonna let them sit for about 15 minutes before I even touch them. We'll take a look at them and get ready to frost them. All right, so let's hear. Can I pick it up? You still can't pick it up. It's still really mushy, but the outside has gotten a good consistency to it. Now, remember, this does 2 cakes, so I'm going to try to frost these 2. And then you pour the water up to the line that says icing. So let's do that first. Okay. And then we use this, we have our 3 tools ready to go. Let me cut the bag. There's the ingredients for those of you wondering. Wow, I sure feel like I've got a little happiness in my step when things work out. It's not as frustrating. Similar smell, kind of slightly musty. Let's see, here we go. I don't think I'm going to eat too much of this. I want to try it, that's for sure, because I always do taste just a little bit, just for fun and history's sake. Now, I am probably going to add a little bit more liquid to this, only because the cakes are so fragile. I'm afraid if I spread this on, and that's really going to do 2? I don't think so. But let's do 1. Okay. Now, usually it says you can add a little, let's see. I just want just a drop. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny drop of water. Drop, okay? So I can pour the frosting on and let it cascade down the edges. There we go. I like that. There's no way that's going to frost both. But we'll see. Let's put it on. Put about half. Unless you're just frosting the top. Maybe that's all you're supposed to frost, because that's all it looks like there's enough for. But that's not enough for me. I'll have to make another batch. So let me just put it on and then see if I can move it around the edges. I made a video a while back for Easter, and my hand is just, I was trying to do something. I was swirling. Oh, it was the gummy egg in my hand. That's all I saw when I was swirling. So, here, that's better. You don't see, oh, my stomach's crawling. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Okay, let me see if I can scrape a little bit more out of this to get the back half of the cape of the cake. Boy, my stomach's really growling. Not because I'm hungry for this, mind you. I can't, it's not stopping. Oh well, that's just who we are. Okay. Now, let me whip up another batch real quick while we're here. Trying to find something to put my tools on. I need a paper towel here. Okay, no need to really wash this. We know what's going on. You know, surprisingly, I was sitting and kind of looking over and thinking to myself, you know, they do look pretty good, don't they? For what they are. And a little bit more water. Little past the line. I mean, so many easy cakes that I've baked, and they're basically, they go flat. Okie dokie. Let us get it all on the top. I'm going to switch to this one just for the initial pour of the frosting. How's that? Okay. It's almost more yellow than the other one. Maybe this one just aged differently. I don't know. Wow. I can't stop my stomach. Okay, so let's let those sit for a good 10 minutes to see if this frosting sets up a little bit, and I'll come back and give them a taste. All right, I'm just kind of moving some things around. I know that was an extreme close-up. And you know what? I don't know if I gave you a good look at the top of the oven, but I'm noticing now that this window here, it looks like it goes all the way through. Yes, it's actually steamed up. So there's some moisture still in there. I had left it in here. I left the heated water in there. And that looks like it's a way to tell if it's hot enough. I don't know. The steam? What do you think? And then the 4 burners, of course, which you can see through. And then again, ooh, and a door that just opens on its own. All right, well, there you go. Let me bring my first cake in. I want to cut this. We're going to do a close-up cut with this cake just to see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, the cut has been made and the cake is now open, and it has a very what's the word I'm looking for? Marshmallowy kind of look to it and feel. Okay, so that was the first cake. Let's bring this. Let's pretend like we are now going to put a piece of cake on my plate here. So we'll cut in triangle form. Okay, don't drag your knife through like I just did. And let's get it on the plate. Barely, but it did. It survived. Okay, it's very moist. It's definitely not a brownie. A brownie would be able to cut. They're moist, but they're not like that. See, yeah, once you drag it through, then you have an issue. Here, come on over and look what I'm doing. All right, there we go. There's the 2 pieces. I'm not going to eat that much, but I think you get the idea. Let's take a closer look on the inside. Here, I'll cut now so that you can actually see me cut it. Here we go. See, it sticks to it. All right. Time to try. I mean, all the other things to me are successful. I was thinking there was a newer set in the 2000s called the Cool Baker set. I did videos of it. You know what? I didn't even grab a fork. All right, now I got to look for a fork. And that also baked with hot water, I believe. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try it. I won't even try that much. Okay, so I get a little sugary crisp. Of course, the flavor is not good, but it's definitely very soft. All right, so generally speaking, it worked great, and I had fun showing it to you. So what do you think about the warm bake oven from Kenner? I do appreciate you watching and supporting me. Now, this does not mean I'm done with Easy Bake. Remember, I've got that book, the Gourmet Cooking Book. It's right near me here. Let me grab it real quick. I already showed it in the video. It's all different kind of recipes from famous chefs and cooked in the Easy Bake Oven. So I'm looking forward to maybe starting that as a series. Again, thanks for watching and supporting me. I do appreciate it. Let me know what you think. Later. I know what you're all saying. He didn't try the strawberry. I know. I couldn't just walk away. I had to try it. Here we go. This is what I'm trying. There is a hint of strawberry. It's not unpalatable, though. That one's okay. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Later.
If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
Pick it up.